Hello and welcome to Year 8 Blues Learning Session 4, your enhanced learning session. Before we begin, make sure you've got your knowledge organiser and a pen to write with. You will have some space in your knowledge organiser to make any notes that you wish to make from the learning session on Learning Session 4 underneath the questions. So our learning objective for this session is to understand the blues scale, success criteria, to be able to describe improvisation. So I just want to do a quick recall activity from our last learning session. Question 1. How would you describe what a chord is? Question 2. How many notes are usually played in a chord? Question 3. What is a triad? Question 4. The 12-bar blues uses 3 different chords. What are they? Question 5. What is the order of the 12-bar blues? Just want you to have a think about those. You can write them down in your knowledge organiser. Just going to give you a little bit of time just to have a think about those answers. Go through the answers. How would you describe what a chord is? So your model answer is a collection of notes played together. Number 2. How many notes are usually played in a chord? So it's usually 2 or more notes, which usually makes up a chord. What is a triad? The most common chords use 3 notes, which are called a triad. You may have recognised the name triad from other subjects as well. So tri, trinity, so something that means 3. The 12-bar blues use 3 different chords. What are they? So we use chords C, F and G. 3 different chords. And the 12-bar blues, what is the order? So we have C, 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 C on your top line, then F, F, C, C on your second line, and then G, F, C, C on the bottom line of the 12-bar blues. And remember, the bar is 4 beats long. Okay, moving on. What is improvisation? Watch the following clip to find out more. blues scale. A keyboard is made up of white and black notes in a pattern. You can see on our keyboard to the right here, we have a white notes and we also have black notes. The black notes are known as sharps and flats, and you can see that there is a pattern that goes with your black notes. We have 2, 3, then it'll go 2 again, then 3 again, up the keyboard, and it continues like that from the bottom of the keyboard all the way up to the top. The sharps and flats, they change a note by a semitone. In music, to notate the black notes, we use an italic B, which means flat, and the Twitter symbol, the hashtag, but we invented it first, for a sharp. So B's are to the left of the notes, the flats. So if we use the note E here, if we go to the left, it would be E flat. But if we have a note going up to the right on the black note, it would be the note previously. So here we have F sharp. The blues scale is used as it works well with any chord used in the 12-bar blues. Playing just any random note would make the music sound awful and disorganised. This is why we use the blues scale. So we use these notes with our 12-bar blues, as you will see shortly. So what does the blues scale actually sound like? Watch the following clip to find out more. Improvise using the 12-bar blues. So if you remember from our last learning session, we have our 12-bar blues down here. And we can use the blues scale to improvise whilst the 12-bar blues are actually being played. And our chords is C, E, G, the C chord, which is chord 1, as you can see. We've notated it on our 12-bar blues. Chord 2 is F, F, A and C. And chord 5, G, B and D. That is the G chord. Here's an example that I made earlier. So this was using GarageBand at home, so I could record the 12-bar blues in, and then I could improvise over the top using that blues scale. Let's have a listen. Okay, and the recall activity from today. What is improvisation? Why do you think in blues the blues scale is used when improvising? We use 7 letters of the alphabet in music. We also use symbols to tell us what type of letter to play. What are these symbols called? How do you know how to find certain black notes on the keyboard? Okay, just going to give you a little bit of time to go through those answers. Let's go through our answers. What is improvisation? That is music made up on the spot. We could also use improvisation in drama, where you will be performing without a script and you'll just make it up on the spot. Why do you think in blues the blues scale is used when improvising? It sounds good with any chord in the blues scale. It stops the music sounding awful and disorganised. We use 6 letters of the alphabet in music. We also use symbols to tell us what type of letter to play. What are these symbols called? So we have the hashtag and the italic B. These mean sharps and flats. The order of our blues scale is C, E flat, F, F sharp, G, G flat and C. How do you know how to find certain block notes on the keyboard? Flats are to the left of the note and sharps are to the right. Remember, you can get further help working from home, so if you're stuck on this learning session, you can email musicdepartment@smirchus.com and that will email either myself, Mr. Cooper, Mr. Millington or Mr. Horn, and one of us will reply to your inquiry. In your next learning session, we'll be writing our own blues song. Thank you for tuning in, and we will see you next time.